Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Praveen and you are watching Techie Praveen. So basically in this video, we are going to talk about how to use Facebook authentication, how to use Facebook login in our Flutter app by using a Firebase. So let's get started. So I have created a new Flutter project and I'm just going to remove my main.dart because I'm just going to write all my code from scratch. So now I'm just going to show you my pubset.yml. So this is my pubset.yml. I have added 4 to 5 dependencies for this project. First is HTTP, second is Flutter Facebook login, and third is Firebase auth, and fourth is Flutter Facebook auth. So I'm just going to give all these dependency in my comment section, in my description, so you can easily copy and paste it to your pubset.yml. So this is my basic project of Flutter. I have nothing right in my main.dart and I have added 5 dependencies in my pubset.yml. So let's set up our Facebook and your Firebase first. So I'm just going to open my Firebase account, and this is my project, and I'm just going to add my app, Android app. I have already covered all these steps in my previous video. So if you are facing any issue in registering the app in Firebase, you can easily watch my previous video. Also, I'm just trying to give all the option and trying to cover up as many option as possible in this video too. So if you are facing any problem, just let me know in the comment section. So it requires one app package name. So you will get the app package name inside the app build.dll. So this is my app option, and inside this you will get build.dll. So you will get one application ID. So just copy this and paste this inside this option, and I'm just going to give the nickname of my app Facebook sign in. And this is SHA1 key is optional, so if you want you can give it this, otherwise no need to give this. So I'm just going to register my account, register my app. It requires a Google JSON service. So let me check. I have one JSON file, so I'm just going to remove this because I don't want any duplicacy. Yes, I don't have any JSON in my download folder, so I'm just downloading one JSON. This is my latest Google service JSON. So what you have to do is you just need to copy this Google JSON file, and you have to put this inside the app option. Give me a second, and paste this inside option app. So I already have a Google services on, so so I'm just going to replace it, right? So it will put inside below the build.dll option, and then you have to click next, and then it will require some settings in your project build.dll and your app.dll. So let's open both the DDLs. This is my Android build.dll and this is my app.dll. So just see with it's have Google. I have a Google. Yes, I have a Google. I have a Google CMS service 4.4.3 and Google itself. So I don't need to make any change in my project build.dll, and that is your app build.dll. So yes, let me check. It's have a apply plugin option. So basically, you have to once again check whether you have all the option enabled or you have all the dependencies or not. So you have apply plugin. So this is the apply plugin. So if you please match once your app build.dll with this Firebase DDL that you have all the option not. So currently I have a Android application already have, and Google CMS, Google services. So I have google.com, Google services already have. I already have all my dependencies in my build.dll and my app.dll, and click on next and click on console. Perfect. And now I have to add one authentication. So that is my sign-in method, and I have to enable my Facebook option. So it's already enabled. So let's disable this and again enable it. So this is my app. It requires one app ID, app secret, and this. So let's open Facebook developer option. You will get all these app ID and app secret ID in your Facebook developer option. So I'm just going to open Facebook developer, Facebook for developers. I'm going to give all these links in the description of this, so you don't need to worry about this. So go to my app section. I already have one setup. So click on add a new app, and it requires three different options: manage business integration, indicate a third party gaming app, and for everything else, right? So see, they have a multiple option. Means you want to use events, add messenger, Instagram, and other type of things. Integrate a third party gaming app requires a lot of options and permission. So I'm just going to give for everything else as of now. So it requires an app display name. So you can provide any display name instead of Facebook. If you are going to give Facebook, then it's showing error. Okay, it's not showing currently. App display name. So you can give Facebook sign in. See, it's showing me error, right? When click on app ID, it's showing me one error. Certain terms like Facebook are not allowed. So you have to give some other name. So I'm just going to give the name. This is the optional name, right? Signing demo, and this is your email ID, and create one Apple ID. Sorry, create your app ID. It requires some security check. Click on submit. It requires stairs, so you have to put the captcha correct. I don't know whether I'm correct or not. Yes, it's fine. So this is my basically Facebook developers option. So right now I have to use Facebook login. Otherwise, it's have an Instagram as well, because Instagram is also a part of Facebook, I think. So click on setup of Facebook login. You have also have a read docs. So if you want, you can read your docs of Facebook as well. So currently, it's provides you several options, like if you have an iOS app, if you have Android, and if you have web. So you can implement anywhere your Facebook login option. So I'm using Android. If you want to use for iOS, you can click on this, and if you want to use it for web, you can click on this option. So I'm just going to register my Android app, and it requires to download SDK. Don't need to download this because we already have. So click on next. It requires some Maven, and this is documentation part. You don't need to worry about this. Click on next, and then it requires your package name. Your package name is same. Your build dot your package name is your application ID name, application ID. So click on this. So just put copy and paste, and here you can write your same app name plus main dot activity dot main activity. Perfect. And click on save. It wants use this name, package name, or you want to change name. So click this name and click on next, and you need a hash key. So you will get a hash key from here. Yes, you have. If you're using Mac OS, you can copy this option, copy code from here. If you're using Windows, you can copy this option here and put the correct path, and you will get hash key. So I'm just copying this code and putting it in my terminal, and click enter, and it requires a password. By default, the password is Android, and you will get one key, that is this key to copy it safely. Otherwise, your code will not going to work. And paste this and click on save. and then continue, and you should have enabled the sign in option and click on save. Perfect. Now click on this, and now you have to make some changes in your Android folders. So you have to follow these steps. Basically, you have to open your app, res values, and you have to create one file that is string.xml. So you can go to app, string, and then res, and create a file name is string.xml. So I already have a string.xml because I have already used this project. So if you want, you can create it. Just click on here. Give me a second. Just click on the right side, new file, and string.xml. I already have, so you don't need to. So I'm not going to replace it. So you can create a new file like this, string.xml. I have already created, so I'm just going to remove this. Perfect. You guys, app, then src, then res, and values. Inside the video, you have to create a file name is string.xml like this, app, res, value, and then string.xml, and you have to copy this code like this and paste it like this. Perfect. So perfect. And now you have to make some changes in your Android manifest.xml as well. So you have to copy this code, that is metadata. So you have to open your manifest file as well, and you have to copy this code, and you have to put inside this. This is your metadata, and you have to put till here, copy and then paste, right? And then save it and click on next. And then I don't think so there is any option. Okay, perfect. Next. You don't need to check anything. If you want, you can check. You can read all this stuff because it's also helps you to provide to make any more changes or make things better in login by using a Firebase or Facebook. So it requires a lot of codes here to make it, this more efficient and more option. So you can read this once. Otherwise, this is just an optional thing. Perfect. And now click on back. This is your Facebook setting. And now go to dashboard. And this is your dashboard setting basics. Dashboard, inside the dashboard, you have settings, and this is your app ID. This is your app ID. You have to put this inside this Firebase, and you have to copy this. It is your app secret. So it will, if you click on this, it requires a password to enter to show these keys. Otherwise, you can just copy this and paste this. And this is your Firebase auth. So you have to copy this and just give me a second. This is inside the basic. You will get. So the option is inside Facebook setting. Inside Facebook login, that is your app setting. Inside the setting, you will get valid auth redirect URL. So you have to copy this URL and paste this inside here and click on save changes. Now your settings part is done on your Firebase as well as your Facebook sign in. Now comes to the coding part of my app. So I'm just going to click save all in my option. It will save all the files that I have made changes. So I'm just going to close all this, and let's get to do some code in main.dart to authenticate the service. And now I'm going to write my main.dart file, and I'm just going to make this fast forward so that it will save your time as well. And I will going to explain the code later. So guys, my code is ready and it's working fine. So let's see what is the meaning of all these stuff and all this code. So let's start with the import package. So first is the by default material.dart package, and second is the Facebook Flutter login, which we have added in my pubset of YML file as well. So and then we have imported HTTP request because we have to put HTTP request on the server, and then we have to use dart.convert as JSON because we will get a graph response of Facebook API, and it will give the responses in JSON. So we have to convert those JSON file to a Dart. That's why we are using Dart convert as JSON. And then I have used void main run app, and I have created my stateful widget, and then I have created one boolean value. Is log sign in, and by default the value is false, and then I'm going to use map user final Facebook login equals to Facebook login, and then it's a login in Facebook part. So basically it's a asynchronous function that is final result equals to Facebook. So basically we'll try to firstly we have to try to get the login with Facebook permission and authentication. Then we'll switch the result status case Facebook login status to login. So we are checking the number of cases whether user is login or log out, whether it's facing any problem or having a wrong ID and all. So so we'll get after login we'll get a token, and with this graph response we're going to hit the Facebook API, and we'll get name, pictures, and emails as access token. So we'll going to print that token later wise. We are using a final profile which decode JSON into your Dart file, and then we are going to set the state user profile user login equals to true, and then it's a break, and then we switch into different case where Facebook login status got cancelled by user if a user trying to trying to log in, and then it's cancelled, and then set state equals to false. So the login will become false, and then will break, and will switch to another case where Facebook login status error. So basically, in this, trying to cover all the state, whether a user is able to log in, whether his user is facing any issue, or whether user is not don't want to log in or cancelled by user. Then in all the cases, except true login, all the cases is login equals to false, and then we'll create a function that is facebook.login or logout, and we will set the state is logged in equals to false. And then it's a very easy part. I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. We'll return a material app, and then it's return escape code is sent, and then we'll check by the boolean value. If it is by default the value is false, so it will return. It will check the. It will by default it will give you the login with FB portion. It means it will give you option to log in with Facebook option, and on when you click on that login with Facebook button, it's going to check login with Facebook this, and it will check all the condition, and then when you log in, it will goes to logout state, and when you click on the logout state, it will turn into logout condition, and it will gives you a network image, will fetch the pictures, data, URL, where basically we are going to show name and email. If you want, you can show anything else, or you can also make changes in this UI part. So basically these two lines are used to show the details of the login user, right? So basically it's a boolean value. If it is true, it's going to show with this condition. If user is logging, it's going to this. If user value is false, it will go to this stream, and the function is this. So I'm just trying to make it as simple as that. And definitely there's a lot of ways to do this Facebook login, and I have used http.dart. You can use without using HTTP, and you can also change the UI part as well. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And you can also follow me on my social media account, link in the description. And if you are facing any issue, any problem in Flutter, please give it to me in the comment section. I will try to solve it as soon as possible. Also, source code will be uploaded in the GitHub. Link will be in the description soon. Thank you.